Okay, just another quick update. Uh, because I have tinnitus, I have gotten in the habit of always playing a sound in the background. For me, it's this. You can see it. It's just this little air purifier, and it's been my little friend for a long time, and it just helps to put some noise in the background and makes it a little easier to tune out the tinnitus. But you know what? Lately, it's kind of bothersome. I don't know. The sound of the of this air purifier. It bothers me, and I don't. Like I'm trying to focus on. I was trying to make a video, and it's like I don't need this background noise because it interferes with the sound. Or maybe I was before that I was trying to talk to somebody and on having a Zoom chat for my business, and I, it's just a little bit extra noise, and I wanted to be able to hear their voice better. And even now, well, I'm making a video for you, but I was just doing some work, and it's just like it's kind of nice to be in silence. I'm not actually in silence. I have tinnitus, but it's like it's there, but I don't. I'm just not tuned into it. I've got other things I need to do. I focus on my work and stuff. So it's just kind of weird the huge you know change I've gone through. Where before, oh gosh, I gotta have anything except for this sound in my head, and now it's just kind of like all these background noises and stuff. I don't need them. Uh, so I'm very lucky. It was really awful last year, but now I kind of prefer the silence. And there was definitely, a long period of time where I never imagined that this could be even possible. So I'm saying that to you because you probably feel the same way sometimes. It's like, I'm going to be living with this for the rest of my life, and it's terrible. I can't just sit here and be with this sound. I need something to tune it out, something to make it go away. I hear you. And I felt that way for a long, long time. I still think I like having something in the background when I go to sleep. Sometimes I guess it'll especially be noticeable if I'm trying to sleep and it's the only sound I can hear. Other times, though, actually, I've even gone to sleep like this, and it wasn't a big deal. Maybe I'll try more. But yeah, it's just a huge change from. I guess it's been about 18 months now, maybe even 19 months. Yeah, 19 months now since I first got tinnitus. So yeah, I guess what has happened is I've just gotten where I've gotten used to it. It's just part of me. But I think this type of thing takes longer to get used to than other things. I guess like trying to think of a similar example. Pain is always a one you can talk about. Where I don't know if you've had something where you get a back pain or something, and you know you you're focused on it all day, but then maybe you still sort of have a problem with your back that lasts for a while, but you just get where it's like you're not paying attention to it anymore. I'm not sure what else to compare it to, but just anything like something new in your life. You're sleeping on a new bed, or there's you move to a new apartment, and there's maybe outside the window there's a lot of street noise. And before you lived in a really quiet place, and then now there's always this noise outside, and it's very bothersome. But then if we wait for a few months and ask you again, how's the street noise? You're likely to say, well, I don't even think about it anymore. So it's kind of something like that. I've got the noise, but I just it's there. I can't do anything about it. So I go on with my life, and my brain has deprioritized this tinnitus sounds, such that I just got this whistling sound, and it's continuous. But it's almost like it's not part of me. It's not. It's not. It's like it's just some sound. There's sounds everywhere. So I have this sound, and it doesn't bother me anymore. I, I I'll repeat again. I was at a point for many months, maybe over a year, close to a year, where I thought, man, I'll never be able to, you know, have a normal life again. But yeah, I do. It's totally fine now. So you will too. You will too. You just gotta learn to not make it something that you're afraid of, not make yourself feel like, oh my gosh, this is just so terrible. I have to deal with this all the time. Focusing on the thought, just you have to learn to think about other things, and when you do hear it, you catch it, and you don't say bad things to yourself. You just oh, it's just a sound. I don't care. And then over time, your brain just doesn't really focus on it anymore. You can get to that point, but you've got to go do the work to get there. Yeah. So, and I'm just one person. I'm not you. I know I'm not. I don't have exactly the same experience you have, but I think this is the common story for people who habituate, and it's also true that a lot, 98+% people habituate to tinnitus. And those other couple percent, they've got some really serious problems. They might have some mental problems on top of that. They didn't get the help they needed. They didn't hear the video like you're hearing now that they needed to hear. They didn't learn the path, and on top of that, they had just some major stress. But they probably did go through a very difficult time at some point, a large majority of them. And then they got to the other side. So you're not one of those 1 or 2% that's not going to get it. Don't even think that way, because I know I'm like that kind of person. So 98% of people habituate to tinnitus, and it's like, oh shit, I'm probably that 1 or 2% that's not going to be able to do it. Bullshit. You'll be able to do it too. So, but you see how your brain thinks that way, and so you gotta keep flipping and say, of course I can do this. Of course I'm gonna habituate to it. Of course I can learn to not worry about it anymore. Of course, that's just a sound, just like the fan and the airplanes and things like that. There's just sounds, and I get used to it, and I'll get used to this too. It's just this sound happens to be a little bit weirder than the other one, so it takes a little longer. But I'm gonna get where I don't care about it anymore. So, okay, you can do it. Good luck.